Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Let's do it again because it's that note. Woo! Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade and this is How to App on iOS, and today we are going to be taking a look at
Logic!
Whoa! Shit, yeah, it's here. And it's awesome. You got a double banger today. Good stuff. You ready? You ready? You ready? Let's do it. Rah! Yeah, there we go. We are rocking with Logic Pro. It's here. It's now. It's changing everything. This thing is sick. There is no doubt in my mind this is the game changer everybody has been waiting for, and it's just going to get better. It's wicked. It's unbelievable. More than I can say for something else that got released today, Final Cut Pro, which is totally fucked. Doesn't even work. Look at that. Stuck on a loading screen. It's ruined. There we go. We're not even going to talk about that. Let's hope they sort out an update for whatever's going on there. So Logic is here and it's unbelievable. This is a GarageBand project I opened up immediately and it's kicking ass. So much fun. Alrighty, let's say hello to you all and yeah, time to delete GarageBand, I think. Hello, Princess. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Alex Backus. Hello, Russ. Joe, Glenn, Mateus, Stephen, what's happening? Pete Johns, who's already got a video out because he had it all along. But we knew that, didn't we? Pete and his secrets. There's the Rise of Dark Leela. Hello, Leela. Who else do we have? Have I missed anyone here? Cold Acre, what's going on? Man, this thing is sick. It is wicked, and it is so worth the money. Yeah, who needs sleep? Totally. I think I've slept 2 hours, 3 hours. But I slept in the afternoon, Patrick. Hello to Patrick. You both were lucky enough to have it, but I was lucky enough to get up and mess around with it. Now, unfortunately, as you saw, Final Cut Pro is not working at all. Thomas is having the same issue. I think, Thomas, you bought Final Cut Pro in the same issue, when you load it up, nothing. Just loading. You can get to the stuff here, but nothing. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're going to release a fix. Maybe this is different than the version that was sent out to all the people, but it's not working, man. All right. So we're going to talk about Logic. This is a project that I opened up from GarageBand. Not a problem. Opened up fine. You can look at this. You can see here. This last track. See this thing? See what this thing is here? This is what we used to have to do in GarageBand and make this really loud noise on the final track. So it would stop the auto normalization from happening. See this track here? Guess what's happening right now? Going to hold down on this and say goodbye to you. Delete. I don't need this region ever again because auto normalization is no longer a thing. Wicked. That is the happiest thing I can do today. That is so joyous. We'll never have to worry about that shit again. So let's get out of this project and shall we take a look at it from the start? So it's a huge download if you download all the instruments. Let's just say initially when you download it, you'll be told immediately to download 3 sets of instruments and samples and stuff. So you have to kind of do that. You have to do that. And then once you are in there, then you get the choice to download all the other stuff. And let me tell you, it adds up to a wonderful almost 15 gig. Pretty good, actually. You know, could have been a lot worse. The one thing, which is a bit sad before I open it up, is that you have to download, hello Tremor Bear, the same sounds that are in GarageBand. It would be really nice if we could have shared the library, but maybe that's going to be something down the track if they do a GarageBand update, and that'd be really cool. Let me tell you this, if I jump over here to my Mac, because Logic Pro has been updated over here as well on the Mac 4 hours ago. You can see there. So now the improvements here adds project round trip capabilities with Logic Pro for iPad. So that was released. There's some stability improvements and bug fixes. So we should be able to open up a project and do a round trip. Am I going to do that today? Probably not, because there's so much to cover. It is just ridiculous. And there's already been some great videos out already from the aforementioned Patrick and Pete Johns, who both have great videos, which I watched both of, and masturbated furiously. There you go. There's my channel gone, demonetized. All right, so what do you need to do to open a project? Well, you're going to need to create a project. And this is where you're taken. Yeah, so we have this wonderful loading splash screen, which is really cool. And I do implore all of you to make sure you jump over and run through these wonderful tutorials I have here, because it looks they've put a lot of time into them, and they're really good, and they're not too long. Most of them go for about 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. If you hit see all, here they all are. So you've got hello Laurie's Mishmosh, hello. Pete's video was really a bit of a challenge to wait. I was talking about you, Patrick. Sorry, Pete. Anyway, what is going on? You can tell I haven't slept. So get started. We've got this Logic Pro Tour, start a song, all basic stuff. Logic Pro for GarageBand users. This one's a really cool one. So if you're coming from GarageBand, Pete's also stuck in the loading loop. Man, what a fail. Apple, what's going on? It's a major fail for the Final Cut. Damn. So this one's a really good one. If you're coming from GarageBand, yeah, and trust me, load this one up, and look how cool these are, man. They're really well put together. They give you a 15-minute time, so they tell you how long, tell you what you're going to get in it. This is like some kind of thing that they try and sell you on YouTube channels. What are those things called? They try and teach you shit. Man, time for some coffee. That's not going to help, is it? No. So you can see here, it'll teach you find sounds and loops in the browser, create tracks, use play surfaces for software instruments, edit sounds, arrange. You've got all that stuff in there. It's wicked. These are great. And they're all split up into little sections. So you've got for browse sounds and loops, find and add instrument patches, find and add loops, browser tours, so individual tours as well. You've got record and edit and arrange stuff. So step sequencer, piano roll, arrange and edit regions, play and record software. They've done a great job. You know, so if you're scared of this, don't be scared. Don't be afraid. It's all good. It's wicked. Plugins. So there's a whole section on plugins down here. The intro to Beat Breaker, which is so much fun. What's Pete saying here? Patrick, I need to keep up the perceived animosity. Oh, yeah, those two hate each other. You should see them. Pete and Patrick, they hate each other so much. So this is the thing here. There's your tutorials. I'm not going to open this. This is a track that they've given you to open up and have a look at. I can open it, but I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get a claim. Yeah, let's do that. I think I've got it somewhere. Here it is. It's this one, isn't it? I'm not going to play this because just in case I get a copyright claim, but you do get this whole track here from whoever this band is. I don't know who they are. And it shows you, look at all the tracks in there. 81 tracks. Hallelujah. And you get a really good representation of the mixer here of everything that you can do. Look at all these tracks, man. You've got your buses in here as well. Wow. Wicked, wicked stuff. So as you can see, this is not half-assed. This is very, 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 very not half-assed. So we'll jump out of this again and get over to my iCloud Logic folder, create a new project. You've got your featured sound packs. So from here too, you can see all of the sound packs. All these are in here, all your sound packs. We'll talk about these in a second. You've got your live loop grids that you can just jump straight in, start a whole live loop grid straight away. And right up the top is the happiest place of all. So you've got start a new project with tracks or a live loops. And up here, oh, nice. Set your tempo, set your time signature, and guess what? Shall we do a time signature of, what do we do? 9, can we do 9/16? No, we can't do 99/16. What are we doing here? We've got 4. Can we do that? Look at that, 9/16. You can do whatever you want, man. Do whatever you want within reason. That is wicked. So we can go back to a 4/4. And yeah, you got up to 64ths. 4/4. 9/4. Let's hit a number 4 and hit enter. Done. You can choose your major, minor, key scale, all that kind of stuff. Oh, good Lord. What? Sample rate in GarageBand? I mean, Logic? Sorry. What's happening? What's going on? 96 kilohertz? What? Apple? Are you not feeling well? We'll stick with 44. So here's where you can change your project settings before you start. And yeah, shall we hit? Boom, let's go. And here's your next screen. So you can choose a Midi track straight away, an audio track, a pattern software instrument, auto drummer. So what you're used to in GarageBand. You've got these little dots here so you can get some little bit of information. So you can use an external Midi. You can choose a patch in here as well. You can choose instruments straight away from here. So your sampler, studio, you can do all this before you even jump in. Really, really good. Let's back out of there. Same with audio. We can go in and choose the format we want it in. So stereo or mono for microphone. The inputs. So I've got an Arturia mini fuse. I can choose which inputs I want. We've got our input monitoring. Turn that on. Patches, empty audio track, default patches. Lord, Lord, Lord. This is just really, really good stuff. So Also, we have our software instrument. Again, you can choose an external Midi for all of this. Choose your instruments. Then you've got your auto drummer. Shall we choose an auto drummer to start? I think so. Let's just do it. Auto drummer rock has been chosen. So there's our drums. Let's hit play. Familiar drum kit, SoCal. You know what I don't see anymore? No more drummers' names. Yes. No more drummer names. Wicked. So those poor guys over in GarageBand. Kyle's dead. Kyle's been murdered. His entire family left on the side of the road. It's all over for Kyle. It's all done. And from here, very much like GarageBand, you can click on this and choose between your electronic kits, your percussion, acoustic kits. Yeah. So you've got all that stuff there. Really nice. And I really love this layout over the GarageBand layout with the complexity, having it a dial instead of a pad. Yuck. Intensity. We've got, if I've missed anyone who's come in, hello. I'm excited. I'm trying to get as much done as I can before Pete comes on after me and tells you all the same shit, just in a more calm manner. Yeah. So similar stuff to GarageBand. You can choose your hand claps and your all your maracas and all that stuff and your hi-hats. It's just a lot neater. Yeah. You can add your fills. So you're not going to get too lost. You've got details here. So up the top here, you can change your details. Get a bit of swing in there, 8ths or 16ths. Auto hi-hat and the feel, the push and pull of the hi-hat, which is really interesting. So what I'm going to do too, while we're in here right now, is just turn on this. Oh, man. Do you see what I did there? This is something that has been lacking in GarageBand forever. This is our loop bar. So just by clicking up here, we can turn this on and set this to a loop. So it's just going to keep going around and round. Wonderful. You can load default patches, recall default patches. You've got more settings in here, so you can lock the fills. You can lock swings. And you've got all these presets as well, which you will know from GarageBand too. And would you look at that? What is that? I don't even know what that is. Would you look at that? Even with the auto drummer. So what I did here was turn this on. This, of course, is our velocities. And with my pencil, I can even change the velocities here in the auto drummer. Like that. Look at that. It's like butter. So this is currently set to volume, and you've got more options than just volume. Up here we've got our parameters, and look at all these. Limiter thresholds. Just, what the fuck? I can change the ride dampen. No. Oh my God, this, no. So we've got panning. Let's draw in a dot. Good grief. Panning. We've got solo, mute. The automation is pretty crazy. It's crazy. And up here we have the controls, so we can, with the pencil, we can draw in dots like so and start messing with our panning automation. Good grief. So I can change the hi-hat gain, just the hi-hat. This is bonkers. It's bonkers. So let me put my pencil down. We haven't even started how crazy this shit is. That's mayhem. You can go in here to all the individual kits. Crashes. You got crash mutes, overheads, right dampen. Look at all this. It's just... It's too much. I think I'm going to collapse. I'm going to faint. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I don't know how you reset stuff. So what's this do? This is so you can do a curve as well. Let's see how that works. Do we do that in here? Oh, wow. So I'm changing the curve. We've got a brush as well. Oh, look what the brush does when you draw it in. How bonkers is that? I think you can actually... Do you have to save them to iCloud Drive? I'm pretty sure you can choose to save them elsewhere, like GarageBand, or I could be wrong. Is there a reset for all of these? Probably no. I don't know. Oh, wow, you can move the whole lot as well. Look at that. Hey, Mark. Look at that. You can just grab the whole lot. That's pretty cool. We've got, I'm guessing this is an undo. So I'm not sure how many undos you get. You can, here, we can, I'm not sure what, so I'm guessing that's a copy. I guess I better watch somebody else's tutorial. Okay, let's jump out of here, out of our auto drummer. And boom. So, that was found here in the edit. So let's just cover some controls, shall we? Let's get into, let's remove this track, we'll delete it, and let's just take a look at where everything kind of is. So we'll start an audio track just to get things going. When you start an audio track, the first thing that's going to load up is this section over here. Now this is important. This can be accessed down the bottom here. This is where you're going to find everything. Instruments, audio patches, loops, samples, plug-in presets, patterns, recently used. So anything that you've used, it's going to remember. Where has this been my whole life? And your sound library. So let's click on the sound library, and these are all the things you need to download. The quick way to find out what you've got downloaded is up the top left-hand corner is Manage Packs. So when you first load it up, the first three things that you'll be forced to download is Electronic Essentials, Hip Hop Essentials, and Studio Instrument Essentials. Hello, Mr. Smith, as well, and anyone else I have missed. So you're going to get, these will download straight away. The very next thing you're going to want to download is this one, GarageBand Sounds Compatibility Pack. So you're not going to have any problems when you open up a GarageBand project. You need these. These are essential. Definitely do that. Everything else is up to you. And as you can see here, we have a total of 14.55 gigabytes of stuff. And there's some stuff, man. There's some stuff. It's pretty good. And you can delete these at any time once you've downloaded them. But yeah, just download them all. That's what I did. So this way you can find all of these. They're all in here. If we hit done, and that's in our sound library. Instrument patches. So, man, there's so much in this. It's just ridiculous. Okay, we'll come back to all this. Let's just go through the rest of these buttons. This information section here, this is where you can find all of the things like quantization. So if we add another track here just for shits and giggles, just a MIDI track, and click on the you'll see over here we've got the name of the track, the color, the default MIDI region, yeah, drummer or pattern. You've got MIDI imports, MIDI channels. Man, we've got MIDI channels as well. We've got MIDI channels in Garage. I keep saying GarageBand because it looks like it. It looks like GarageBand. It is like just a darker, sexier, awesomer version of GarageBand, isn't it? So you've got MIDI outs as well. Oh dear. And we've got a transpose. We've got velocities. We've got key limits, velocity limits. Wicked. GarageBand Pro, it's better than that. And if we hit, so we can change this section up here too. So you've got region defaults and track, right? So here's all your track information. You can change the icons as well if you want to do all that stuff, change the name of the track, do all that stuff here. But if you click up the top here, you get these extra options in region defaults. This is where you can do all your quantizing. And look at all the quantizing. It's all lovely, all sexy. In general, we've got looping, velocities, transposing, dynamics, clip lengths. Wicked. And you can shut these down, make them smaller. So that's our little information section there. Then we have this little bugger over here. This is a quick, like a quick view of your settings for each track. So when you switch between tracks, you've got this, well, larger version here to really get in. And did you notice when I'm like moving this up and down? Pay attention up here. We're moving the volume up in dB. In dB. Look at it. In glorious dB. Look, I've been a GarageBand user. I'll tell you why I'm so excited. I've been a GarageBand user since the day it dropped. 2012, was it? Or 2010 or 11? It's one of those. It was a long time ago. And man, just to know what dB I was moving my slider, is it that much to ask? Is it that much to ask? It's amazing. You can access the record section here, solo, muting, panning, and you can quickly get to your input, output, monitoring. What? Freeze? We can freeze a track? What is this sorcery? What's going on? It's too much. Let me have a vape. Hello, Kim. Hope you're doing good. Isn't this right? A bit boring, but I found input-output buffer size really interesting. Oh, I need a tissue. I'm that excited. It's ridiculous. We've had to wait this long for like dB management. It's just utterly crazy. All right. Let's look up here. So in this little section, see where the project is, whatever your project's called? Here's where you export stuff. And I know you've been waiting to see this. Yeah? Let's just get it over and done with. We've got nothing to export, but look at this. The name of the project. Would you like to export the entire length of the project? That's what she said. The start position. You can actually write in the start position and the end position if you really want to. Uncompressed. compressed. You can go in here. You can change. So this is a AIF file. I'm sure Russ said, yeah. So you can go in here and change it to a WAV file if you want. 24-bit. No 32. That's a shame. Hopefully they add it. But look, you ready? Look down here. Hold on to your genitals. Normalization off. You hear that, Apple? Normalization off. I don't know what this is. Overload protection only. Overload protection only. That sounds interesting. Include master effects plugins. Include audio tail. So basically, Laurie, for the longest time, GarageBand on iOS, right? They tried to make it so easy to make music, right? That when you mix down your track, they added this thing called auto normalization. What it does is it's like putting training wheels on a bicycle. So there's no way you can ever fuck up your mix. It can never be too loud. It'll never peak out. The problem is they didn't think that as people got better using the equipment, using the software, they might need to turn that off as they got better, right? They didn't think to put an off button. So we, over the years, have had to come up with these bullshit scenarios to like get around it, to the point that we'd have to create a new track and yell into the microphone to trick the GarageBand. The things we've had to do to get around this bullshit, where all they had to do was add an off switch all this time. And now here we have an off switch. So that is fantastic. Oh, thank fuck. Happy days. Can you see if you can save projects to your iPad? I only want to save them to my iCloud. Tried to find a setting. I'm pretty sure you can save. Let's see. Let's do it. I'm pretty sure you can go in for over here. You could go in over here on my iPad and I guess create a folder. Call it Logic Projects, couldn't you? Is this right? And then go in here and hit Create Project. And play something in here. There we go. And save it, and there it is on your iPad in Logic Projects. See? Easy. I'll save it to files. You want to export it to files. Where are we? Where is it? Here we go. Export. So we've got all that turned off. Share. Save to files. There you go. Save it wherever you want. On my iPad, into Logic Projects. Save. And guess what? You don't have to jump out of GarageBand anymore to do it. You do it within, like a normal door. Wicked. All right, let's go back over to my iCloud because I prefer using iCloud, knowing that I can save everything. No, don't. There's no dumb questions. No dumb questions whatsoever. This is where, we're all in this together. And, we're all going to be making amazing music. This is the great thing. This is really fucking exciting. So where was I? We're up here, just at this bit. No, GarageBand's always going to be around, Jim. You know why? Because GarageBand has been on the Mac forever for free. And it will always be on here for free as well, because Apple are smart. They're smart cookies. They want GarageBand to be the gateway drug, just like Pete Johns is the gateway drug into making music, So it only makes sense to have GarageBand free so people can dive in, start simply and then move over here. Does it? Yeah, of course it would save to. Of course it would. I'm sure it would. So if we do an export, there, audio share, right there. There you go. Look how quick that was. That's my new single called Duh, 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 Duh. It's pretty good, isn't it? Okay. Let's delete that trash. Okay, so we're over here. Let's talk about this. We've got our back button. To go back to the start, we've got our play, which is a stop button at the same time. Is it a stop? No. So the back button becomes a stop once you're playing. You've got your record button. Here's our loop button. So when you turn this on, you've got the ability to create this little loop line across the top, which is wonderful. Look at all this. Oh man, look at this thing. This is pretty wicked. So what is this? This is our beat. Is this a scroll? A scroll wheel? Would you look at that? Position beat. So that moves along. I'm just scrolling with, look at that. I'm scrolling. Oh, let me show you here. So I'm scrolling with my finger. That's pretty neat. Okay, so you can go along by per beat with the up and down arrows. Yeah. Or you can choose a number. See you later, Mr. Smith. Here's where we can, so you can actually put the numbers in as well for the beats. Jesus. So that was just clicking on here too. And by clicking on the tempo, we're given a little scroll wheel as well too. So we can turn the scroll wheel to up our tempo, or we can turn it back. See you later, Laurie. Thanks for hanging out. And it looks like you can use the arrows to punch in, or you can tap your tempo and check this out. Look at that. We've got like 351.995. So if you've got some kind of really stupid tempo that makes no sense whatsoever, you can do that in here. And if you just touch on it, you can type in whatever you want. So we can do 120.999. Enter. That's pretty neat. Or you can just do 120 and be normal. Sweet. So the way I got there was just by clicking on the tempo. Hi, Paul. Hope you're doing well. And Semtex Cow, g'day. Here's our time signature, so you can do that in here as well. Choose your key. All that stuff. Keys in there. Really nice. What do we do when we click this? What's that? Well, here's our... if I hold down on this, oh, cool. So if I hold down on the metronome, we are given more options here. So you can turn it on and off, but if you hold down, you get this simple mode. Turn off simple mode. What's that give us? Click while recording, only click while counting, click while playing. So you've got a whole bunch of clicking options. And if you hold down on here, you can choose your bar count in, and you've got heaps of them. Look at that. 2 bars, 3 bars, 4 bars. That's what she said. 1 bar. Lovely. Undo, redo over here. Hold to redo. Press once to undo. Help stuff. So here's all your lessons, and you've got Logic Pro Help. So if you just want to jump straight over to your lessons, you can do that. Settings. What's in settings? Oh. Look out, here we go. Look at all this. Look at all this. Run in the background. Of course, I got an iPad 2022 M2. I can do everything at once. Select regions on track selection, select tracks, audio stuff. So you can choose your sample rate. Yes. Yes. Overlapping Midi recordings. Wow. Your Midi devices. Oh, man, we've got Midi. Automation. Your view, so you can change region colors, track colors, all this kind of, man, this project settings, so individual project settings, app settings, and project settings here. What? We do have flex time. We've got flex and follow. What's this? What? Is it? Huh? What's going on? Is it? No. Synchronization. So you can sync your MIDI clock. You've got your MIDI clock settings here. Oh my Lord, look at all of this. Look at all of this, man. Oh man, this is the best. This is Christmas for music makers. I can't wait. I'll tell you, guys, I'm so pumped. I've been working on a fucking album, right? I've been working on a fucking album for nearly 9 years. And I've been slowly moving it from GarageBand across to Audio Pro. And that has been a fucking nightmare. And now I can just open up every one of the 23 tracks in here and finish this goddamn album. I'm so excited. Man, I'm so damn excited. The one thing I'm going to burst some bubbles here. I don't think you can use inter-app audio. I'm pretty sure that I don't see any inter-app audio stuff in here. So if that's, I could be wrong, but it's looking that way. It's looking that way. And not surprising if it is the case, because they've been telling us they're going to phase it out forever. What I see, a question on price. Thanks, Great Mods, here for answering. Yeah, so I paid for a year, straight up. It's a no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. All right, so let's go across the top. Yeah, inter-app audio is dead. I mean, they've been saying, Apple's been saying since what, 2016, inter-app audio is dead. I think this is their way of killing it. So let's go across here now and quickly have a look. We've got an hour and 20 minutes left. So I'm going to try and get through as much as I can before Pete does exactly, comes on and does it in a much more calmer fashion. All right. So these two sections here, this allows you to bounce between, what's this thing called? It's a thing I never use. It's the thing your track view and whatever the other thing is. This thing. It's that thing. We can go in here and, so this is your, what do they call this thing? I never use this. I never use it because I like recording actual music. So, no guarantee calm. Yeah, but you've had it for 2 weeks. You've had it for 2 weeks, Pete. You and Patrick. God damn you both. So you can go do that. Here's all your automation. Look at that. Automation is here as well too. So you can go between your automation and back. And good grief. Good grief. Live loops. Thanks, Pete. I never use live loops. But yeah, you can flick between the live loops, which is it's a much better way than how GarageBand had it implemented. The way everything moves here is so schmick. Look at that. So automation is in here as well. You can draw your points in. You've got your automation settings in here. Fuck me. Look what it gives. And here's, once you've set automation in here, so once I put a point in, then you've got all of these. Oh my God. And then you can automate the compressor. Look. Side chain detection, threshold, input gain, distortion, auto, EQ. Look at all the EQ. Look at all that. Fuck me. Oh my God, you can automate everything. Volume, panning, solo, mute. Absolutely just bonkers. Yeah. And you can turn off automation. So easy. Remember the old way in GarageBand? You have to touch on it, let the menu come up, and oh man, it was so finicky. This is just so easy. Everything's been really cleverly thought about just to be super simple. And the animation's just smooth as a baby's bum. All right, let's record something in here again. Sweet. There's our little piece here. Let's talk about these little things here. So we've got our trim, and when trim is selected and you choose part of your notes here, you can trim really easily just by dragging around. And if you hold down, it does this really cool zoom in, and you can get really accurate zooms. So you can get some super accurate trimming in here. And you just got to hold down on the end, and you'll see it does that little zoom out. Wonderful. What does this one do? Here's our loop. So then you can just drag this out and make loops. Really simple. Super, super, super duper. We've got a cut tool here. So we'll put our little marker there. Choose our cut tool, and you just, I'm guessing, click, drag, split. Undo. Done. Wow. And what is this? This is stretch. Can you stretch these? Oh, time stretching. Look at that. We can time stretch this out to 8 bars and play this back. So now oh wow, it even lets me time stretch while it's playing. Without any optimizing performance. Oh, it's the little things, isn't it? Okay, let's put this loop back on. So we're just doing a loop there. Wow. Super duper stuff. Sweet. And here, so I think this one is, and that's still on stretch. What does that do? I don't even know what this one does. I don't know what that does. This is a copy, I'm guessing. I don't even know what that one does. That one. I'll need to look into it. It's all learning, isn't it? So we've got a snap here as well. Snap to grid, snap values, triplets. Oh dear, that's wonderful. So we can we've got an auto snap, snap to grid, nice stuff. And oh dear, repeat cycle selection, inserts silence with cycle, copy selection to live loops. Did that just do that for me? Look at that. How easy was that? Just did a copy selection to live loops. And now over here on live loops. Goodness me. They've made this very, very easy. And can I delete these? I don't even know. So let's go back over here to our thing. So once you've moved it over to live loops, how do you kill it? I don't know how to do that. All right, we've got stuff up here. So we've got a trigger. We can record stuff in here. And I guess we can edit. All right. And we can probably delete from here. No, I don't know. That's still playing. We've got edit. I don't know how to delete this. What if I just keep clicking it, the same thing will happen? Can I do it from down here? No. Maybe if I delete it from the main track. Or maybe I have to go over here and undo. I've broken it. What am I going to do? I've broken it. Ah, there we go. Right. So I brought that back. Okay, cool. So now if I delete that. Ah, there we go. So if you want to know how I did that, the delete key. Yeah, exactly, Jim. Oh, man. Ah, oh, damn. This is awesome. Hello, Falcro. Hey, Stu Cash, what's going on? Dude, burn GarageBand right now. You don't need it anymore. Get that next Indigo Sunsets album going. This thing's insane. All right. What was going on? Where are we up to? What is happening? So, man, let's open this thing up again. So we've got a MIDI instrument in here, right? This is whatever instrument this is. I don't know what it is. And here we are in our instrument patches. Now, if you want to change to your instrument, you can find an electronic instrument, right? We've got this 80s fizzy synth, and you just drag it over the top. Man, grab this one, replace it. Hey, Zach. Oh, my God. How easy is it to change instruments? And we've got all these wonderful things in here. Alien chorus. So the searching is super, super good. You've got up here, you've got all these filters, heaps of filters. So you can look for effects, synths, instruments, guitars. So if we go in here and choose a guitar from in here, we've got all and you can just play these to hear what they sound like. So this is the normal GarageBand acoustic guitar. We've got a classical guitar. What's going on here? New guitars, hear that? There's even string resonance in there. See you later, Patrick. Thanks for hanging out. I'm not going to click on the hard rock one because you know what it is. We got phrasing plucks. What are some of these? Plucked nylon guitar. Damn. So, yeah, bass. What have we got in here? We've got 808s. You can choose acoustic. So you just choose your tags up here. Super easy to do. Upright. We know what this one sounds like. Let's drag that in. And while we've got this bass in here, let's have a look at how you use the on-screen keys, because this is the schnizzle. I'm going to close the browser here. You can find your keyboards down here, the on-screen keyboards. And yes, you've still got the GarageBand bass. But over here, you can choose from drum pads, keyboards, chord strips. Man, oh man, we've got guitar strips. Or the bass, as you saw, you can even play in drum pads. And at any time, you can make these larger. So you can drag up from over here and get a wider. And then you can go in here and change these again. Let's just drag this down. And we'll change it to guitar or bass. Fretboard. No, it doesn't get any larger. I thought it might get larger. Boom. What do we got here? So we've also got, whoops, go back in here. We can change the octave. We can edit this too. So that's our play. I don't know what you can do with the edit. You can change the scale. You've got different scales here as well. Much the same as GarageBand was. And what else do we have? There's a whole bunch of configuration. Surface settings. What are these? Layout, bass. So you can change, you can turn frets on. You've got velocity ranges, dynamics, fixed dynamics. Wow, this is really deep. Really, really deep. And even in here, you can turn on your pitch bends. And your mod wheel. Pretty damn cool. Keyboard. You can have 3 keyboards. So as you drag down, it actually shrinks down with the screen. So the larger you get, the more keyboards you get. Nice. Okay. Mind-blowing stuff. We'll go back to our little fretboard here and drop this down. So the same thing with if we add a new track, let's just add another track. We'll go in and add a Midi track. Let's find a piano. Can we do a search just for piano? And we got a Steinway. So everything that's sound pack that you'll find in GarageBand is in here. Everything's in here. You just got to decide to download them and more. So there's so much more than that as well. Now that we've got a piano in here, let's take a look at the MIDI editor. So we'll go and play something in here. We'll do a quick record. I forgot I had the I forgot I had that on. That's cool. So now that we've got something recorded in here, now we can go down here to our edit screen and look at this. Here is our MIDI. We have all of our MIDI in here that we can go and mess around with. I haven't done this before, so we've got our pencil. Why am I not able to mess with this? Is there a particular reason? Read. Oh, it's because I have that set? No, that's why. So here's all our MIDI notes, and you can pinch left and right, make these super large. So that's really cool. Plus, if you notice, when you look close at these notes, see how they've got these little sections here. That is a representation of our volume. So we can actually go in and draw in our volume. I think we need the pencil, is that right? So this is the overall for drawing in. We can do all that stuff, which we looked at the beginning. Or when we're in here, we can click on these notes and choose velocity up here. And look at this. You can actually drag down and change the velocity of these individually. How good is that? That's pretty neat. Oops, what happened? I think that's my terrible playing. Oh, that's why. The velocity is down. Wicked. Oh, man. So the other cool thing is too in here. So the same, so we've got the brush, we've got the pencil. So we can go in here with the pencil. When you draw on a note, it'll disappear. Draw them in with the pencil. I don't know what the brush does. Oh, you can do like lots of little ones. That's pretty crazy. Wicked. And you've got the trim here, so you can choose a note and trim it how you want as well. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Copy and paste. I'm guessing that's what they both are. You got snap to grids, so you can do all of that. Snap to your grids. I'm guessing too, if we go down here, this is where we can quantize stuff. So we can quantize 16th, 8 notes. You can select all of them. How do we select all? Quantize off, and if we go in here 16th, so they'll all move together. Or you can just select, that's what that is. That's what this thing is here. This is a group select. So if I have that activated, I can select multiple notes and then go and quantize these. Yeah. So you can do group selections that way. Wicked. You've got Q ranges, flams, Q velocities. Look at all this shit. Classic quantize, smart quantize. Look at that. It put it all back the way it was. Wonderful. So that's all of that. That's how you control the MIDI stuff in here. Let's close this out. And you can make this small, large. Anything that you open from the bottom, you can bring up here, make small or large to suit what you're doing. Yes, we've covered the quantization in there as well. So you can select, you've got your read, touch, your latch for automation. And you've got all these options in here as well too. So expression, modulation, pitch bend, aftertouch. So you can automate all of this. Crazy, 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 crazy stuff. Really, really cool. All right, shall I go from here? Let's have a look at plugins. Here's our plugins. So, man. And because we're in MIDI at the moment, we'll check out should we record something in, like a guitar or something? What have we got here? This is an audio track, or just bring in a sample, I guess. Instruments. Oh, man, there's just so much here. So there are instrument patches. We've got some loops here. Let's find a guitar. So I'm going to drag that in here. And we've got a guitar now. Let's we don't need this piano for now, do we? I can redo that. Oops. Oh, I have group selected. That's why. So you can do that too. Hey, I just worked that out. If you've got group selected here, you can select multiple tracks. Yeah, you can see they're all selected together. And if I turn off group, it'll just be one track at a time. I didn't want to do that. Hey, Gary Hubs. Right, so let's bring in this guitar. That's fine. All right, because what I want to show you is... hi, Robbie. So here we are down here. We've got a audio track here. And these are this is how you access your plugins, right? So you've got track plugins, you've got sends and outputs, man. And you can see here on this track is a compressor and a channel EQ. And from within this, you can change this without opening up the compressor or the EQ. Or you can just double click and now you have the full view of the compressor. With all the options that are in here. I love how it changes color with each different preset you've got in here. That's wicked. So there's your compressor. You can flick between the EQ down here as well when you've got them open. So whatever you've got added as an effect, it's easy to flick between them. So here's our EQ. Yeah, this is really, really nice. We can turn our analyzer on and off. So all of the inbuilt effects, you can turn them off with a little on-off switch. From this screen as well, you can add an effect. You can see there's a little plus down here. It saves your recents, which is cool. So anything that you've just opened recently gets saved up here. Logic Pro, look at all these effects. So you've got amps and pedals. You've got an amp designer. What? You've got a full amp designer in here. Damn. Damn. So amps, stomp boxes, delays, distortions, you name it, it's all in here. We've got delays, dynamics, de-esser, adaptive limiter, expander, limiter, multipressor, noise gate. Look at this, we've even got a LUFS meter. Fuck yes. LUFS meter. And you can just keep adding them. So there's so many things. Filters. Multi-effects. Specialized. An exciter. Sub-bass. And then, of course, we've got all our audio units. Audio units. You've got all of Apple's ones that you got in GarageBand, so they're all in there as well. And then all of your installed AUV3s are all in here. What do we add to this? And it's all listed under the developer's name, not the actual... let's go with GSDSP with a delay. And let me show you something really cool. When you've got these open, to get out of the full screen, you've got an arrow up here. And then it drops. Let me pull this down for a second. It drops back down to this little section here where you can scroll through and see all of the effects you've got added at a glance. And, you know, they've all got little things you can mess around with if you don't want to open them fully. But check this out. When we open up this section, I think it is it this one? Or is it, no, it's in here. And we go back, you'll notice over here you've got plug-in presets. This is where you can access all of the presets from the particular app that you have selected. So we currently have Magic Delay selected. So all of the Magic Delay presets can be found over here. So you don't even need to have the full app open to access all the presets. How good is that? And to remove one, just hold down and you can replace, show details, add a plugin before, show presets, or just remove. Gone. And there's a search. Look, I can find Cascade. So Tom, you don't have to worry because there's a search bar. And again, it can go into plugin presets here for Cascade. Man, this thing's wicked. Okay, so let's just mute that. And while we're looking at the plugins, let's put in this piano again. We'll record something in here again for the piano. Doesn't matter what it is. I just want to show you what you can do. So again, with the effects here, you've got a sampler here, right? And you can go in, let me open this. So here's our sampler, show details. And why is this not working? This plugin provides capability for Logic Pro and Mac projects. You can load presets for this plugin, but parameter editing is, all right, so we don't want that right now. So you can add in all your effects here. So you've got audio effects, right? The same thing. All your audio effects, you can search whatever you want. So black hole, there's black hole. We can add black hole to that. But here's where things get really fun. Let's delete this because now we can add MIDI effects. The one thing I need to let you know, though, I found out the hard way. I already found an app that's not working. So Logic Pro gives you a whole bunch of things here. Arpeggiator, chord trigger, modifier, modulator, note repeater, randomizer, all this stuff. Plus you can choose from your favorites. Unfortunately, scalar is not working. Scalar control. Look. Failed to load audio unit. Scalar control. Please contact the manufacturer for an updated version. Oh no. So hopefully the scalar get onto this and fix this fast, because that is one of the main apps I wanted to use in here. So we'll remove that. But let's just for now find a Chem OK app. We'll use his newest one, the Binarhythmic. So you can load Binarhythmic. And it's now connected to the piano. So if I hit play and then click on Binarhythmic, right. Cool, yeah? Now if I hit record, watch what happens. Nothing. Which was a thing in GarageBand. How do we record this? Well, I'm glad you asked. So what you do is head over here for any of the MIDI plugins, that MIDI controller apps like this, hold down and you'll get this section here called Record MIDI to Track Here. Select that and then hit record and we're off. Done. So once scale is fixed, that's going to be wicked. So you can go in here and remove this now. We don't need it. So that's wicked. We could delete this as well here. So let's get rid of that. Let's load something else like Euclidean. Yeah. And it's automatically connected. All you got to do is hold down. Make sure this record to MIDI is selected. Then we can go into Euclidean. Let's do a randomize. Can we do a randomize? There we are. And randomize. Beautiful. And hit record. It didn't work. What's going on? Why did that not work? Record MIDI track here. Oh, did I hit record? No, probably not. Excellent. Uh-oh. It crashed. Logic Pro, that's good because we get to see this. Logic Pro auto-saved a version of a project. Do you want to open the auto-saved version from 8.17 or the last version you saved at 7.36? So which one is it? Auto-saved. I didn't save that. There we go. Well, there you go. So we've had our first crash. Good times. It auto-saves, but it didn't auto-save that last thing that I was doing there. But it's kept in the Euclidean. So everything's there except the actual recording of the track. Now, yes, I saw somebody ask before, can you automate these? Yes, you can automate the effects. So you can do that as well. Shit, yeah. Automation is a thing. You can add, so you can see here in our sends, we've got a large out here. So you can add sends, output buses. So you can do your effects to output buses. You can create a new bus. Audio effects here to your outputs. Man. All right. What have we got? 8.19. 8.19. Let's take a look at this thing here. Shall we load up let's get out of here and load up something with music. I'm just going to duplicate this. So everything works the same as GarageBand for duplicating and all that kind of stuff. So I'll make a duplicate of my concrete enema track. Where's my drums? That's fun. Where's the first one? I don't know what's going on. So I've got guitars, got bass, but my drums aren't there. Let's try just doing this. We'll go in here because I think I have an original version of this. It could have been when I deleted that track. Just give me a second. We're going to Logic and we'll load this from iCloud, GarageBand. Okay, here we go. That's better. are my drums? That's so weird. Is this a bug? What? Why are my drums not playing? It's like they're just gone. I have no idea. You're seeing it live, guys. Apple. It's like it's ignoring my drums. There they are. A reboot sorted it. Okay. Don't panic. Hi, Omni. Okay, let's open up this. This is our mixer. And again, like everything else, you can stretch this out, make it small. It's completely up to you how you want to do this. And look at your mixer. You can move left to right and get a full look at the whole mixing desk. Now, up the top here, you have this plus button. And this, you'll notice when I hit this, it's now changed to setup. And here you can add things into the chain. So when I click off here and go to mix, everything's like locked into place. Yeah. So this is where you might want to add some channel EQ. You might want to add this in here, turn these things on and off. You might want to do all that. But then once you've got everything all locked into place, all your effects, all your buses, everything's all organized, then you would change to your mix. So you can't really bump anything. You can't fuck anything up and delete it or move it out the way. And yeah. And then you can start mixing. So let's take this up the top here. Hit play. Again, with each of these, we have read on, touching, so we can do our velocity, all this kind of stuff while we're doing a mix. We've got our buses here. Panning. You can see I've got guitars panned here. And you can tell when you're peaking because you're going to get a red line there. That's wicked. So what else can you do in here? So down the bottom, if you click on any of these, you can copy channel strip settings and then paste them into another channel strip. Switch off all effects, remove inactive plugins. So anything that you've got unselected, you can just remove them in one go, remove all effect plugins, remove all sends, reset channel strip instantly. And you can do that all across here. With all of these, that's just wicked. You can rename the track from here as well. So you've got instant access to do all that kind of stuff from the bottom. Hi, Dave Fox. Wicked. You've got your bus sends, volumes and all that up there. Any of these effects, you can just click on and it'll open up the effect. Touch it again to close it. Easy beneasy. You can change your stereo out, your input, all up the top. So all the tracks have these across the top. You can choose your input. You've got your drum designer. Oh, man. Should we have a look at the drum designer while we're here? I guess we'll solo it. I don't know how you choose each kick. So here's your ride tune, crashes, toms. So we can change the tune of the kick. Got a kick dampen. If you want that more clicky kick, we got our snare tune. Individual gain. Hi-hat tuning. And as we scroll up, you've got the rest of these. So your individual toms. Man, this is sick. You can even change the mapping of your keyboard. Oh, wow. You can select your fucking V drum kit to be mapped to your drum kit. So GM would be set for your keyboard, for your external keyboard, and V drums would be set for your... Man, this is sick. So no longer do you need to go in and change different crashes, because you can just change the tone of the crash. And your toms. Wow. That's some pretty sick stuff. So as I said as well, once you change up here to your setup, that's when you can add extra effects in here, anything from your effects list. Again, you've got a search bar, but really cool here for the end of your master track here. You've got a clean EQ in here, yeah. You've got a multi, I think that's a, what is that? Let me have a look. It's a multi-presser, so you can turn this on as well. You've got a multi-presser in there. But if we go up here, we can change and add in, of course, for our final mix, at metering, a LUFS meter. So now we have that in for our final mix as well. So we can work out how many LUFS if we were going to, because clearly you can master in here as well. Like, absolutely. You can mix, master, do the whole thing in this as well. That is absolutely sick. What else is up here too? We've got this little thing. So you can filter out output. Is this right? All right. So you can choose what tracks you have. So you can get rid of auxiliaries, outputs. You can actually remove things from your mix. That's pretty neat. And I think the filter thing's kind of you've got a filter over here as well for your component filters. So you can add groups, output instruments. You can, oh, man, this thing is so deep. It is just sensational. And you can just pull the whole thing down really easily to get rid of it. So with any of these two, for the faders, you just grab the handle and you can just pull it and it just disappears out of the mix there. Really schmick. What else was I going to do while we're in here? We'll jump out of this and create another new project. Go into Midi, and what I want to do is create, I think it's drum machine designer. Let's have a look at this thing. So you can grab a drum kit, right? We can grab this, create a new thing, and now in this drum thing that we've made here, this new drum track, it's got a little arrow, and you've got all your drums in here. And then you can fold them all up. So now if I bring up our keyboard here with our kit, and we do a quick recording, and stop, we can now open up all of these drums, and when we play this back, you can see all these individual instruments are already separated for you. Look at that. There. Oh, the pain we used to go through in GarageBand of pulling each MIDI note out and separating them into tracks, which also means in the mixer, if we bring up the mixer, you can see there's a little, we'll give you a full screen of the mixer here. There's a little arrow down here too, and when you open that up and we hit play, you can see all these individual parts of the kit playing as well. So they've got their own channels. They can all have effects. They can all be have their volumes changed, and they're all color coded as well. So you've got kicks, you've got snare, claps. Everything's all color coded for you. Like it's just neat. So that is sensational. That's really cool. Now, I haven't even opened up the other thing, have I? What's that other thing I'm talking about? Oh, man, there's so much. We've got 30 minutes. Let's close that. We'll delete this track. How do I delete tracks? I'm thinking I'm in GarageBand. Oh, man, what is going on? I feel like I keep doing things like I'm in GarageBand, and I'm not in GarageBand anymore. Can I delete things from here? Let's see. I guess I can do it from down here too. So if I hold down here, I can delete that whole track and delete used and continue. Just delete anyway. Goodbye. Oh, it didn't delete the whole thing. Just tap the track header. Oh, there we go. Nice one. Thanks, Thomas. Delete. There we go. Let's just bring in a auto drummer, shall we? And so to add a new track too, you just got a plus up here. You can copy a track as well. That's nice and easy. Let's do an auto drummer. We've got an auto drummer here. Now, how do I don't know how to do this. Shall we find out how to do it? I'm going to do this. We'll jump out of this one, create a new project. Let's find out how to use our beat breaker. It says 12 minutes. I just want to... So this is our beat breaker. Man. All right. Beat breaker is an audio effect that reorders incoming audio. This lesson introduces you to interface that shows you how to work the beat breaker. Next, before tap play. Yes. I don't want to get a copyright claim. Oh no, I shouldn't get one. Okay. This is just a sample, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Tap the pattern down the bottom. All right, so you've got all these presets. What? Can you move these? Oh, you can with your finger as well. You've got repeats. Oh, look at that. So you change to repeat and you can... You've got volumes. Times. And if you move left and right, this is crazy. You can change beats. That's pretty fast. Tap the halftime pattern to continue lesson. I don't want to. Where's the halftime? There it is. I'm jumping ahead. So your main editor. So you've got custom ones as well. You can change the slices, the markers up here as well. Color me purple and call me Daisy. So there's the whole lesson. And you've got a mix as well. So you can mix in the original sound with all the tricks. Wow. That's pretty sick. What else can we add in here? Audio effects. What's don't we have a sampler or some shit like that in here? How do we? Let's have a look at the sampler thing. I'm just going to start another one here. See all. Let's have a look at the sampler and get a bit of an understanding of that. Intro to we've got sample alchemy, and I'm not even going to get to cover live loops today. Most likely beat step sequencer. Drum machine kit, we covered that quickly. Step sequencer. Was that it down here? This sampler. You can sample alchemy, yeah?
Gotta keep it in drive.
All right, so what's it telling me to do? Drag this down. Hey? Alchemy is the sampler. So what is it telling me to drag that down there? That doesn't... Okay. I did that. Oh, there we go. Ah, so this is where we can add like granular stuff to this. So if we hit play, let's just add our loop in here. I added it.
Keep it in drive. Gotta keep it in drive. Gotta keep.
Oh, so you've got to add. Do you add multiple? I should be reading the instructions, shouldn't I? No. Monophonic samples such as picture vocals to load. Touch it, then drag it into the sample alchemy. So I've done that. After loading the region. Okay. Yeah, I did that. Resize. That's all cool. So here's handle A.
Gotta keep it in drive.
And you can add more handles. See?
Gotta keep it in.
Okay. Colored circuit points to wave to interact with the waveform.
Gotta keep it in drive.
You can loop, scrub, there's an ARP, wicked. Drag handles scrub through the waveform to hear different parts of the sample. Logic Pro. So now when I play my keyboard, look at this. What the shit? So there's additive stuff down here, spectral stuff. I mean, this is crazy. All right, Apple. The subscription's worth it. If you're watching this and you're still mad about a year subscription, go fuck yourself. Sorry. That's all I've got to say. This thing's sick. This is just nuts. It's awesome. It's so cool. I'm going to finish the lesson. I don't know. That's wicked. You're fucking yourself right now. Man, this is wicked. It's absolutely worth it. And look, you can actually change these down here. Look at that. You don't even need to open it. What the shit? And then you could go in and add MIDI effects in here. What? Could I add like a binarhythmic?
Gotta keep it in jive. Gotta keep it in jive. Gotta keep
I'm on the wrong track, that's why.
Gotta keep it in jive. Gotta keep it in jive. Gotta keep it in jive.
Man. Yeah, look, I hear that too. But absolutely, if you're going to be using this and making music with it, for $50 a year, that's a no-brainer. It really is a no-brainer. You know, $50 a year for a whole year, and for the amount of music, you've got to justify. You've got to make stuff with it. If you're not going to make anything with it, there's no point. But if you're going to make some music with it, there's utter value here. There's ridiculous value here. Even just to get rid of, like, this thing shits on Cubasis. This shits on every other DAW that's on iOS. Let's just say it now. Nothing compares to this right now. This is the game changer. This is the winner. It's incredible. And I just keep making new projects that I'm going to delete. I haven't even opened Live Loops. So you just drag and drop stuff in here for Live Loops. Like this. Pretty easy how everything's drag and drop. I don't even know how to use Live Loops. There we go. Yes, Pete, absolutely. This is a beast. This is a machine. It's sensational. Easy to delete stuff. I'm just hitting the delete key to remove tracks. That's really super simple. I mean, I'm sure we've got hold down command. Yes. So here's all our shortcuts by holding down the command key, which is nice. That's wicked. Recently used. Look at all that. It remembers everything that you've got. That's sick. Recently used. Here's our plugin presets for when we've got a plugin. No patterns in here. Project has no tracks. There's no way I'm going to get through all this stuff that's in here. It is just wow. So here's our samples. So if we load these into our sampler, how do we do that? Oh, so we've got a quick sampler. Here we go. Jesus. Okay. There's I guess that's our quick sampler. that was pretty easy. And you've got different ways to look at that. How do we bring up? Is there a way to bring up the? Here's the quick sampler. There it is. I found it. So here's the sample. Wow, it looks a bit more advanced than the old GarageBand one, doesn't it? We've got LFOs here with square waves, and we've got a mod matrix. Okay. We've got an amp. We've got a filter. Oh, so you double click on any of these to change the filter. So we'll create a pad. And close. So we've got a filter here as well. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Double tap. And up here, it looks like we can change, rename current file, remove current file, browse samples. So you can bring any sample in you want. Acoustic bass. Wicked. Pianos. Look at them all. Look at all these. Damn. Okay, this is pretty much off the chain. Drums. Hi-hats. Hi-hats, kicks. A kookaburra. Got a kookaburra. How do I bring that in? Yeah, just bring it in over there. Close. Again, we've got our pitch. Man, this is just off the wall. Our mod matrix. Oh damn! Look, so you can make it bigger as well. That's nice. That was an accident. That was a happy accident. You can shrink these. Of course, you can automate them, I'm guessing, as well. So you've got automation too. Boom. Fade outs here. Oh, wow. So you've got individual knobs for the fade outs. Yeah. Fade in. Sample length from here. So you can change it all from the big knobs. Sample end, sample start. In case you don't want to drag. Doof. Yeah. Just going to quickly, what have we got? 9 minutes? Want to add an audio track. Grab a mic and just do a... Hello, hello, hello. Yes. Now, I've forgotten how to do this already. Let's close this browser. So we should be able to do it from here. Select 1 and 2. Hey, there we go. 1, 2. We got volume. Wicked. So we can add effects, I guess, to this. Good stuff. Go into this mode here. We can add like a black hole. Whoa, 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 yeah. Let's hit record. Okay, so there's a reason I did that. Yes, there is a reason behind my madness. Okay. I want to time stretch this. So if you've ever wanted to show off to somebody and go, look how long I can hold a note for, just do this. How cool is that? Oh, man. Get the fuck out of here. No shit, Russ. How easy is it going to be for you and your cousin who's already always out of time? That is mad. Still going. It's the longest note in history. And look at that, I changed it in real time. Damn. All right, I'm thoroughly impressed. This thing is worth every goddamn penny. So, yeah, we're going to be making a song in this. We're going to be next week doing an FMC song in this. And you're going to see this nearly on every show now because we can open up everything in here. This is taking over. This thing is wicked. Apple, you've done a great job. This is sick. This is exactly what I wanted. I don't know if... because I saw that flex time thing earlier. Where was that? Was it flex time? Where did we see that thing? That looked interesting. Is it in here? Oh, look, you can even click on the actual file and edit in here. Show in editor, so you can open up the editor from here. Trim, cut, do all that kind of stuff. What else can you do from here? Takes and folders, so you can pack into a folder. Oh, man, we've got cycling. I didn't even cover that. Color stuff, move, trim, split, bounce, and join. Oh, wow, so you can do a bounce in place or join per track. Change the tempo. So it looks like we can change the tempo through the song as well. Okay. Sold. This is awesome. Oh, you can even analyze the tempo. Look at that. So if you add in a file, you should be able to... Oh, what happened there? Oh, that's the original. Is that the original take? There we go. That was the original take. Sick. 2 minutes to get out of here. So, yeah. Awesome. Amazing. Amazing. This has changed the face of music creation on iPad. I can't wait. This year's going to be great. I can't wait to make some awesome music with you all and learn along with you all each day on the show. And remember, there's going to be so many cool apps that are going to be out with this as well. All our amazing developers on iOS already have amazing apps to work in here. So, and even today, there's another cool app just released. Guys, get on this thing. I'm not going to be able to do a show on it till next week, but you're going to want to get onto this thing. Beat Scholar just dropped today, man, and it is the shit. This thing is amazing. If you're into Dream Theater, you can program Dream Theater drums in this at the drop of a hat. This thing is nuts. We're going to look at this next week. Man. Damn straight. This thing's crazy. It just dropped today. It's absolute. I've seen people recreate Dream Theater drums with that app. It is crazy. And the last thing before we go, let's celebrate Apple today. They've done a great thing. We're going to make some great music with this. And let's hope they fix this. Because Final Cut's fucked and it doesn't work. Can't get everything right, can you? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me for two hours, talking nonsense, going through this. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. You're going to make some good music. You're going to make some good music. Let's make some good music this year. We got Songtember coming up this year. Lots of good times. Yeah? Pete's up next. I'll bounce you over there. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. And we'll all rise together. Yeah, sing it. We'll all rise together. Love you all. You rock. And thank you, Joe. I love you. Thank you so much. See you at Pete's.